Hi guys, James Riley from Motorhome Happiness Main Admin here. Hope you're all okay and well. I am with my fellow companion, my mother, Dion, and with my great friends, Karen and Sir Ken Lynch. How are you? How are you all well?
Great.
We're going to talk about our trip around the NC500, the places that we've seen, the places that we've been to, and the people that we've met on our amazing journey. So I'm going to hand you over to Miss Karen Lynch.
Okay, so we're going to just talk about the campsites that we visited on our trip. So the first one we did was Paddocks. Now that wasn't on the NC500, that was at, in Bishopton in Scotland, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's probably one of my favourite campsites we've been to because it's just new, so everything's just opened in January, so all the amenities are all fresh and clean and new. It's 5-star, definitely 5-star. The food was brilliant and the staff were amazing, absolutely amazing. And Dion and I enjoyed our Saturday night. We were sitting, people watching because there was awards on and all the men were
Sunday
wearing...
night.
Oh, well, sorry, so I stand corrected, Sunday night. And they were wearing their kilts and we had a blast watching all the nice men with their nice legs in their kilt.
And while Karen and my mum were enjoying the kilts with their men, me and my good friend Ken were enjoying some candlelight suppers underneath a nice umbrella with solar panel heating.
Yes, outside
which was
area
absolutely
lovely.
fantastic, Ken.
While watching the beautiful ladies go by.
Yes,
Just to make it equal.
very equal indeed.
The campsite was immaculate, brand new, beautiful place. The stables are amazing. The whole place was just beautiful. The scenery round it and the things they had for the children and the food was just amazing.
Yeah, we're definitely going back.
Top
Definitely
campsite.
going back.
And a big shout out to Helen, the manager there, who has also been amazing with us. So thank you very much, Helen, from the Paddocks.
Yes, so then we left the Paddocks and that was us going to start. So we headed up the east coast and we headed up. James wanted to go to visit his friends up in Peterhead, so we travelled all the way up from Paddocks to Peterhead and we stayed at, what was the name of that site?
It was Fraserburgh Camping and Caravan Park in the lovely...
It was Fraserburgh.
It was
They're next to
Fraserburgh.
each other.
Yes, not far.
Yes.
But Fraserburgh is a lovely campsite on the east coast of just before Inverness. So decided to pop there to see some friends. We even popped up to see the lovely big boats and the canal boats and the fishing boats as well.
It was lovely, we fished, it was lovely. I've not been up to
Beautiful.
Fraser, I've been to Peterhead.
You
but I've
also
never
seen
been
a
to
lot of
Fraser.
seals up there
Yeah,
as
we,
well.
Yes.
we did, we saw the seals, it was lovely.
We saw Sammy the seals, very friendly.
Beautiful weather as well, it was stunning when we were there.
It was
for
And
it was
even
really-
even the fort, Sammy the seal was a boy in the middle of the sea. Even though he was popping his head up, just spinning round and round, because my mum thought it was a boy, but then had a guide right saying it was a seal.
Yes, we saw seals, and the campsite itself, the people are lovely, really friendly,
Yeah.
and it's right on the beach, so it's
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah.
We took the dogs a lovely walk on the beach,
Yes, it was
so that was a great one.
And we will definitely going back there
Yes.
before the end.
I like that one, yes. So we left Fraserburgh the next day and we headed, that was us going to go and start the NC500, and Ken and I have been in the NC500 a few times. I know Dion and James has too, but we have a wee thing that we always do, and we went to, for food, what was the name of that? Oh, for good,
Something cakes in the...
no, it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Stonehouse.
Oh, he speaks. Stonehouse right on the NC500. We always go there when we're starting the NC500 for food. So we went there,
Yeah.
we headed from Fraserburgh to there for food, and then we checked into our campsite, Fortrose Bay, which is absolutely beautiful. It's right on the water, and we went to go and see the seals again up at Channery Point, but unfortunately motorhomes are no longer welcome there.
Which is
so
very sad.
we drove in and drove right back out again.
Yes, we did.
And we also went to the Fairy Falls there.
Yes,
so we
we
went
did.
for a wee walk and saw the fairies. James had a little talk with the fairies at the fairy balls.
Did as well. And
Beautiful place.
and on the way up to the fairy tours, we even seen a deer.
We did. We seen the
Now
deer.
that's the first time I've actually seen a deer in the life of Scotland, and I was very moved by it and a bit emotional as well because like I like the wildlife. I think Scotland has a lot to offer with the wildlife as well, including the likes of the deers and the stags and the nice birds, and plus the wildlife that's in the sea, is like the dolphins and all that, which was great to see at Fortrose when you were waking up, just seeing the dolphins bobbing up and down, which was lovely to see.
Yeah, Fortrose is beautiful because it's right, I mean, you're right on the water. The people that run that, again, are absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely wee site. Where it is just beautiful as well. And we had great weather that day, remember?
We did,
waking up?
it was
We
lovely.
woke up and it was absolutely, I mean, when we went to bed it was a wee bit choppy, but then we woke up and it was beautiful. That's
Yeah,
Scotland for
yeah,
you, though.
yeah.
You get 4 seasons in one day. So that was, we left Fortrose and we headed, that was us starting at NC500.
Yes.
So we stopped in our little, we stopped in, what was the wee village, that the hot chocolate, that not,
Donnock.
Dornoch, well done James, so you remember,
Dornoch.
we stopped in Dornoch and I James loves his hot chocolate,
Oh,
so he
yes.
had to try the best hot chocolate there is, so he had, remember we stopped in the little cafe
Yeah, yeah.
and we had our hot chocolate.
We also met members there as
That,
well.
and
Yes, we did.
James met lots of members there that were
Yes.
sitting having some hot chocolate too.
Yes.
So we all had a hot chocolate and then we went to a little village further up, the one, Brora. I can't see, I should remember all these. Brora, it's a beautiful beach
Yes.
there. We stopped there for a wee while and we took the dogs a beautiful walk on the beach. And then we went further up and that's where you did your video showing people where they could wild camp.
Yes, we pulled into to a little place it was called Dunbeath.
That's right.
We stayed there with me and my mum. We did a off-grid camping for one night because all the campsites were full in 2020, just after lockdown. We stayed there for one night, which was lovely. Very nice, chilled out evening beside the vans with sunlight, and then the food was lovely as well. Plus, we're right next to toilets as well. We couldn't have a shower, but I just got a quick wash as well. The facilities were nice as well, right next to the toilets. Yeah, it was lovely. That's all I can say, really. Next.
So then we left Dunbeath and we travelled up to Oh Your Friends.
Yes.
That's when we went up to Merkel
Caravan Park.
just out of Thursday.
Thurso and
just
outside of Castletown.
That's Castle.
And that's
yes.
about old friend. That's a friend that we made 3 years ago.
Yep.
It's a lovely little campsite. It's on the way back from John O'Groats. It's on right the main road.
Yeah.
So it's right on NC500.
And
It's right on the, yep.
we had a good time, didn't we? It was nice to see him again. And
Yeah.
The views from that campsite are absolute, and it was stunning, and we won a watch because it was an absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful day. We were even sitting out sunbathing at
we
the end of
were,
September.
it was lovely hot.
Sunbathing, it was so hot,
Yeah.
and the views were stunning. And I mean, it's only a wee small campsite, but there's such a lovely wee site. I just loved that wee one. It was a lovely
Yeah.
views.
So, and then we went to
So when we left, there,
So
and
we
we're
left there.
going back there again next year. So we're definitely going to Motorhome Happiness is going to have a wee
Yep.
day up there. So then we left there and we went along to Sango Sands.
Oh,
Now, everybody
Sango Sands,
knows Sango.
goodness.
Ken and I, every time we go to Sango Sands, the wind is absolutely wild. You hold on to your breeches.
yeah.
I was holding on to my heart.
But it wasn't too bad this time. This was
No,
the
it
first
was
time.
actually-
I mean, it was obviously you're right up the top of it's up north.
Yeah.
But
Beautiful, wasn't
Sands
it?
Sands is The beach is just
Absolutely
beautiful.
stunning, Kev, wasn't it?
It is, and it's got a wee cafe and pub on site,
Yeah.
which is absolutely ideal because you can go and get food,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can and the views are beautiful
Yeah.
there.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Amazing.
Sangles, and it's a huge site. It's great because you don't need to book in. They do date bookings, but you don't need to because they've got such a big site. If you get there relatively early, you'll get on Sango Sands.
Yeah.
So we left Sango Sands and we went down. Oh, beautiful! I love the drive then now.
Yep.
So we were going anti-clockwise. So this is us now going down, leaving Sango Sands up north and going down the west coast. No, so I've got to do my north, south, east, west. The west coast is beautiful. So we went down the west coast, and where did we stay? Oh, Clactal Beach. That is my personal favourite on the NC500. It's like a little oasis. It's just absolutely beautiful. The wee beach. But first, before we went to Clactal Beach, we went for pies and Lochinn for pies.
Oh.
That's my favourite pies.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
them.
And can I just say, by the way, that it wasn't just the pies; it was the cakes, the sausage rolls, even the cookies. My God, it was like I was in actual motorhome happiness. Paradise. Just going past there. It's on the NC500.
Oh yeah, we stopped. Oh, the crumbs.
Yes.
The crumbs wee box. It's out.
Yeah.
When you left Sango Sands, yes,
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about. It's a little. Oh, what is it called? What is it? Thingy crumbs. It's a wee box. It's outside.
Crumbly cakes, crumbs. It's something like. It's
a wee box. It's
Yeah.
outside somebody's house, and she does the baking, and you stop by, and she's got a wee honesty box. And we stopped and we filled the van with food, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was
Cakes
great.
were
That was
beautiful,
on the
yeah.
way.
Beautiful.
And then we went to Lochinn and got our pies,
Yes.
and then we went to Clactal Beach. And Clactal Beach is, I can say it's probably my favourite campsite up there, just because it's like a wee oasis. You drive through Dion didn't like the roads as much
No,
because it's a wee bit.
they were quite tight.
They are quite tight, but once you get there, it's like a wee beach.
It was worth it.
It
was
is
worth it.
beautiful, and like the people on the campsite are so friendly. And at night, my favourite thing about that is the campfire.
Yes.
So they build a campfire at night, and everybody on the campsite sits around and tells stories. It's like it's really good. I
And
love
it's
it.
beautiful because you see all the rabbits, and the rabbits just play around like they've got no care in the world. It's amazing.
And while I was on the NC500 a few months ago, before it was at Meadow Springs. I apologise, I'm getting jumped by a dog. I was giving an eco-flow box, and I decided to use that while I was on the NC500, and it was an absolute godsend for that one now, because we didn't have electric hookup, so we decided to do off-grid, and we stayed at a campsite. The weather was lovely, and I decided to do a talk for everybody, telling us about the group, and we met quite a few members as well, so it was lovely.
We met lots of people on the road that knew James. James was like a film star.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, we were like, oh no, somebody else is coming to talk to James.
Who is this?
Somebody else knows James.
Yeah.
We were just like the backup crew.
Yeah.
So so that was our last Clactal. We were supposed to be then going on from Clactal Beach onto other campsites, Applecross and other one. Oh no, we were sorry, Ullapool. But unfortunately, when we left, I'll let James tell it. But on the way, we had a little drama.
Yes, on the way to Ullapool. Well, I have to say, before I start, never let a woman drive your van. But this lady here is an absolute phenomenal driver, by the way.
You have to see that for your
So
mum or else you'll forget it.
anyway, we were driving down this lovely, controlled, beautiful road, this beautiful scenery road, and Ken stopped a few times because he had knocking on his wheel. So you said, never mind, we'll continue. And then all of a sudden, halfway down the road, the wheel went.
Behind him at the time.
And for me, for a man with Tourette's, by the way he controlled the vehicle to a secure and safe stop, and with the man behind that wheel was absolutely fantastic. And I even did an interview with the Sir Ken Lynch because his beautiful motorhome, Hobby One Kenobi, went into Hobby One Knackered. Because
on the side of the road.
yeah, because we thought it was the real caliper that was knocking the wheel off. But fortunately, Ken, it was more damage. Like, can you tell the damage? What happened to Hobby One Knackered, please?
Hobby One knackered. The bearings collapsed in the rear wheel, then caused the wheel to lock and then to come away from the said wheel arch.
Which was scary once we knew. Not at the time, well, it was at the time, but he did.
We were driving
but
behind
it
him.
was,
Yeah.
once we
I'm
knew
not
what
sure.
happened, it was
I'm
quite
not sure.
scary knowing what could have happened, but we're lucky.
So-
we're right over the other side of the road.
Yeah.
So we drive for literally a minute drive. So we pulled in to a lovely lay-by, got the chairs out,
So we
and
did sunbathe.
And- waiting for the REC, which turned up in the next 48 days because we're in the Highlands. So
They weren't that long. by the way.
no, they weren't that long, probably about
felt
an hour,
like it.
but it felt like it. But
Even though we had our holidays cut short, we really
Yeah.
enjoyed
We
ourselves.
did.
And plus-
And we'll be doing it very soon.
and plus with all the waiting, for the van to recover. So Ken and Karen was discussing about what's going to happen to the van. So the van came, says we can't fix it there and then. So they had to take Hobby One Kenobi to a garage, which it didn't get seen to. But basically, the motorhome had a longer holiday
They
than
know
Karen and
we
Ken.
travelled
Yeah, yeah.
home with the Rileys that day. They took us home,
Yeah.
and our van stayed in
Yeah.
the NC500.
Ten
But-
Very
For
sad
10
sight.
days.
But we didn't go straight home. We went to other pool for some refreshments and some drinks and for some food. So before we can start our long journey home, but sadly my mum was feeling very, very tired because she's a great driver. She's a very responsible driver, as you know. And Ken said to her, "Why don't we go and fill up fuel and I'll drive your van?" And believe you me, what a bloody nightmare that was.
You did.
You
But
mean-
all in all, we had an excellent
We
time.
did.
Yeah.
Absolutely blast. It was
Yeah.
amazing. The weather was, for the end of September, the weather was amazing in
Amazing.
Scotland.
Yeah.
We all had a good time, didn't we?
The company
Yes.
was brilliant, well, sometimes.
And we've got to say, the van is now back to normal
Yeah.
great capacity thanks to V-Tune cars
Yeah.
for getting their van back to
Yes.
where it should be.
Yes, I am pleased to say Hobby One Kenobi is here. He is back and fit and well
Fixed.
and fixed after
At the
1,000
Braids
after
Halloween Valley.
£1,300 later. He's back fit and well with new brake pads and new brake discs, very silver as well, and the back wheels look absolutely stunning. I just hope to God that the front wheels don't go amiss now before we get home.
Please don't say that, James. Thank you.
Alright guys, this
Thank
is James
you.
Riley. Big thank you to Miss My Mother Dion Riley, and thank you to the wonderful, the master, the head party of the SNP, the Scottish International Party, Mr. Ken Lynch, and also a big thank you to his beloved wife, Old Dragon Mary Legs.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
Angus.
James Riley, thank you from me and from Angus the dog. Ladies and gentlemen, over and out.